Hello everyone and welcome back to Coach Craig's Sports. Today is Saturday, November 20th, and this is the NBA DFS video for today. So in this video, we'll be doing a recap of yesterday's picks, seeing how they turned out, going over the injuries in play for tonight's slate, and then talking about my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for tonight's slate as well. But without further ado, we'll get into yesterday's picks and see how they turned out. So we're going to start on the DraftKings side. We have Patty Mills, $3,800, looking for 19 points out of him. He got to 34.5, so he was a very, very good hit at that, almost 10 times value. Then Jordan Poole, $6,100, looked a lot better after Steph Curry and Draymond Green both got ruled out. Looking for about 31 points out of him. He got to 43.75, so he was another nice hit as well. Then Josh Hart, who's been playing very, very well lately, $5,400, looking for 27 points out of him. Got to 43, so he was a very, very good hit once again. Then Kristaps Porzingis, probably one of the chalkier plays on the night, but $7,800, looking for 39 points out of him. He got to 49, so he was a hit as well. And then last but not least, at the center position, we had DeAndre Ayton, $6,700, looking for about 34 points out of him. He got to 35.75, so he was a hit. Altogether, 5 for 5 day on the DraftKings side. Did very, very well on the DraftKings side. I had a lineup that did break through as well. So if you just went with these 5 players alone, I believe you had about 206 points. So if the other 3 players that you used were good players like James Harden, somebody else like that, definitely would have had a solid day overall. Then on the FanDuel side, we had Jordan Poole once again, $5,600, looking for 28 points. He got to 39.4, so he was a nice hit over there as well. The aforementioned James Harden, $9,900, looking for about 50 points. He got to 69, which is pretty nice, and that was a hit overall. And then Josh Hart, $5,200, looking for 26 points. He got to 42, so he was a hit as well. One of the few misses on the day was Isaiah Stewart. Yesterday, he was $5,000, looking for 25 points. He got 5.8. He was a miss, but he ended up hurting his ankle early on in this game, so that's pretty much why he missed overall. And the lineup, the only lineups I had that didn't cash yesterday were the ones that had Isaiah Stewart in it. Then last but not least, we went with DeAndre Ayton since Nikola Jokic got ruled out. I did list in the updated core, play Jokic if he plays, play Ayton if he doesn't. Hopefully you had some other players playing later on in the day, so once we got the Nikola Jokic news, you could pay up at a different position for the money you were saving by going down to DeAndre Ayton. He has $7,800, looking for about 39 points on him. He got to 36.4, so technically he was a mess. He only ended up playing 29 minutes. I think he had a little bit of foul trouble in the first half. I could be a little bit wrong, though, but that affected his minutes just a little bit. If he gets those 4 extra minutes, he'd be at that 39 points or more rather easily yesterday. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to the injuries in play for tonight's slate. So this is an 8-game slate, and this is actually starting at 7 p.m. Eastern time. It looks like there's one island game with the Houston Rockets and the New York Knicks. So for the Houston Rockets, they are without John Wall once again. Kevin Porter questionable to play. He did miss the last time out. Then for the New York Knicks, Nerlens Noel, game time decision, but likely to play. Then Tyler Gibson is doubtful at this point in time. Moving over to the main slate, we got the New Orleans Pelicans. Zion Williamson and Didi Lazadna are both out. They both were out yesterday, obviously. Then Devonta Graham, game time decision. Looks like he should play, but he did end up missing yesterday, so just keep your eyes out on that one. For the Pacers, just TJ Warren out once again. Then for the Miami Heat, Victor Oladipo, Markieff Morris are both out. Bam Adebayo is questionable, and Tyler Hero is a game time decision, but likely to play. He did miss the last time out. For the Washington Wizards, they are without Rui Hachimura, Thomas Bryant, and Davis Bertans once again. Daniel Gafford, game time decision, questionable to play. He was in, then out the last time, so just keep your eyes out on him throughout the day today. For the Charlotte Hornets, P.J. Washington, doubtful to play. The Atlanta Hawks are without Hunter and Okongwu once again, so no changes there. The Oklahoma City Thunder are all the way healthy at this point in time. For the Celtics, we're just looking at Robert Williams and Jaylen Brown once again. Both questionable to play, both end up missing yesterday. The Orlando Magic are without Isaac and Fultz once again. Etuan Moore, Michael Carter-Williams, both listed as game time decisions. Until they're ruled in, I'm going to expect them out. For the Milwaukee Bucks, Brook Lopez, Dante DiVincenzo, both out once again. Rodney Hood, who was a surprise scratch yesterday, is listed as a game time decision, but likely to play. Doesn't really matter too much overall in terms of the slate. For the Memphis Grizzlies, they are without Sam Merrill, DeAndre Melton. They are both out at this point in time. Dylan Brooks, doubtful to play. So a few extra minutes to go around there at that, shooting guard, small forward position overall tonight. The Timberwolves have Okogie and Reed, both listed as questionable to play. Both missed the last time out. Moving down to the Philadelphia 76ers, Simmons, Green, and Embiid are all out at this point in time. Matisse Thybulle could make his return today. He's listed as questionable at this point in time as well. Damian Lillard, game time decision, but expected to play. And then for the Utah Jazz and the Sacramento Kings, both teams are all the way healthy at this point in time. So that's a quick little rundown on the injuries in play for tonight's slate. There's a few that we're kind of looking out for. Probably bigger ones are going to be like the Jaylen Brown and the Robert Williams news. Maybe if Bam Adebayo gets ruled out or something like that. But nothing like super crazy on tonight's slate at least. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to DraftKings and talk about my picks over there. So at the point guard position, we got Jalen Suggs, $3,800, looking for 19 points out. He's averaging 23 on the season. Coming off a very nice game the last time out. Played pretty well the last 2 times as well. I have him projected for about 23 points tonight. Then at the shooting guard position, we got Kevin Huerter, $3,800, looking for about 19 points out of him as well. He's been in that starting lineup and getting consistent minutes. He may or may not get there some days, but at this price tag, it's relatively cheap. I got him projected for about 22, 23 points. Definitely no reason to shy away from him today. Then in small forward, we played him yesterday, Josh Hart, and his price went down $300, and he's been playing big minutes. He's been playing awesome. I have no idea why they dropped his price. Like, it's just insane, actually, but we'll take it. $5,100, you're looking for about 25, 26 points out of him. He's averaging almost 28 on the season. Got him projected for about 30 once again tonight. And we've seen the upside there in recent games. If he's playing those minutes, if he's playing well, this is a guy that you're going to need in your lineup tonight once again. Then at power forward, we got Franz Wagner, $4,300. You're looking for about 21, 22 points out of him. He's been over that 4 out of the last 5 games that he's played. Pretty confident there, averaging about 26 on the season. I got him projected for 26 once again tonight. Then last but not least at that center position, we got Rudy Gobert. He is $7,900. Center position overall today is not the greatest in terms of pricing. Not a lot of values there. So we're paying up a little bit with Rudy Gobert. Should be a favorable matchup going against Richaun Holmes. Should have his way with him pretty easily tonight. Looking for about 39, 40 points. I got him projected for 41. That's essentially what he's averaging on the season. So nothing crazy there. But if you go with these 5 players on the DraftKings side, you have $25,100 remaining. Just under $8,400 per player. So you can definitely pay up for 2 studs. Find a value play to pair along with them, along with this core 5. Or you could do a little bit more balanced approach if that's something you're more keen to do as well. But with that being said, we'll get moved over to FanDuel and talk about my picks over there as well. On the FanDuel side, pricing is a little bit stiffer than on the DraftKings side, but I'm going to go with De'Aaron Fox at the point guard position. Not a lot of guys that stood out here today. $7,600, looking for 38 points out of him, averaging 36 on the season. Yes, it's a tough matchup against the Utah Jazz. There's a potential blowout risk here, but I still like De'Aaron Fox today. If you get the upside out of him, definitely going to be a great play overall. I got him projected for about 38, 39 points in this one as well. Then we're going to see a familiar face in Kevin Huerter, $4,300, looking for 21, 22 points out. I'm averaging about 17 on the season. Once again, in that starting lineup, getting big minutes. If his shot's going down, he's going to be a guy that you want in your lineup tonight. Currently have him projected for about 22, 23 points on the FanDuel side as well. Then moving down to Josh Hart, who is still $5,400 on the FanDuel side, looking for about 27 points out of him. Everything I said on the DraftKings side still applies. Playing big minutes, playing well. He should definitely be priced over at least $6,000, that's for sure. But for whatever reason, both sides still have him way too cheap. So we're going to keep playing Josh Hart until the price tag goes through the roof. And with that being said, I got him projected for about 30 points on the FanDuel side as well. Then moving down to power forward, we got Tobias Harris, $7,500, looking for about 38 points out of him, averaging about 37 so far on the season. Goes against the Portland Trailblazers team, a little bit of a pace-up spot there. He's still going to be that main part of the Philadelphia 76ers offense. I do not expect this one to be a blowout like the last time they played, so he should definitely pay off for this price tag once again. I have him projected for about 39, 40 points tonight. Then we have his teammate, Andre Drummond, $7,600, looking for about 38 points out of him, averaging just under 30 on the season. He's a guy in this matchup that I do like a bit, as long as this game doesn't shift to like completely small ball. Andre Drummond's going to be out there. He's going to be getting a ton of rebounds, maybe a block shot or two, a couple putbacks. Going to be a guy that you want in your lineup. I am projected for about 39, 40 points tonight. But with that being said, if you go with these 5 players on the FanDuel side, you have $27,600 remaining. $6,900 per player. So you're probably not going to be able to pay up for like a stud on tonight's slate, but this may be a lineup that you want to take a little bit more balanced approach. If we get some other value opening up at the point guard or the center position, you could always swap De'Aaron Fox or Andre Drummond out for a cheaper option and then be able to pay up for a stud elsewhere as well. But with that being said, these are my picks for both FanDuel and DraftKings for today, November 20th. As always, if you have any questions related to NBA DFS, especially for tonight's slate, be sure to leave them down in the comments below. I will answer them as quickly as possible. I will also be listing the injury updates as well as starting lineups down in the comments below. So definitely be sure you're checking that out throughout the day to get the most up-to-date news and information. I'll also list my updated core there about 20 to 30 minutes prior to the lock time and any changes that happen to it throughout the night as well. But with it being said, if you are new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Definitely would appreciate it. It helps to build the community that we're trying to build here at Coach Craig Sports, which is one that's truly for you, the viewers, helping you with your DFS, whether it's NBA or NFL, helping you with your fantasy football teams. And then with that being said, if you are a new or current subscriber who's yet to do so, also hit that notification bell down below. It's going to let you know every single time I post up a new video. Like I've been saying, I post up daily NBA DFS videos just like this. But with that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Hopefully you all enjoyed. And then last but not least, special little shout out to each and every one of you watching today's video. I truly do appreciate you taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Definitely means a lot to me, and I hope each and every one of you has a great rest of your day.